Everything is on you. Everything is your fault. Practicality, hard work, and genuinely care for others. These are some of the main themes I've gathered from Gary Vaynerchuk. There's a difference between being an entrepreneur and a successful entrepreneur. Just because we put that in our status that we are successful does not guarantee that right. It's one thing to see if something is good. It's another thing to explore if it be goodness. Practicality. If you're in a business that is pre-dedicated on raising money, but you're losing money each month, then it's probably a good idea to change that business. Make sure my expenses aren't greater than the money I'm bringing in, because there's no such thing as an overnight success. Before we make it, we have to already be rich. Gary Vaynerchuk also challenges the fact that, do we really need all the fancy things we barter for? If you're building a business, you have to be making money. What is really winning? What is the definition of winning? Because we all have a different definition of winning. There is no correlation between how much money you make and the amount of money you make. Reverse engineer and figure out who I am. Perhaps if the numbers get too big, that may take the fun out of things. Do something that helps me breathe, something that makes it so that I can just be. If you're good enough, then you will win. The market doesn't care. When I sit, wonder, and fret about because of this or that, I'm not who I am or successful, then we're losing. Simply because the market doesn't care and is unemotional. Start having more serious and deeper conversations about practicality. Do something in life that you've always been doing, something that becomes natural. When you're the last line of defense, there is no blaming anymore. Go look at that data. Everyone who goes into entrepreneurship doesn't succeed. Not to be somber, but that's just how the numbers are. If you want this, the work has to be put in. Use more work than the hustle. People like to talk a big talk. Nobody you know has become successful outside of it being given to them from their family. Nobody I know has actually created success without working their face off, because it doesn't exist. The only thing we have is our work ethic. Figure out who I am and develop my serious self-awareness. We implore you to start connecting your actions with your mouth. Most people who are billionaires do nothing but work in their 20s and 30s, all of them, every single day. It's the price we pay if we're willing to have what we want at that level. The ambition is so very extreme. These people are playing for legacy. People are building a legacy and leaving behind a model for generations to come. Make sure that you know yourself so that you may reverse engineer the blueprint you figure out when you fit and then deploy it. You will not get there with your big idea. Nobody cares. Put out the best stuff and my best foot forward, because we realize that 99.9% of people won't do anything about it. They will ponder and get super pumped up, but 3 weeks later, everyone will forget about it. Funny things happen when we actually work. Money will get you the things you want. Big ideas don't mean shit. There's a lot of talking going on. How about less talking and more execution from now on? How many people are scared to take big risks and then take credit for things? It all comes down to talent. Everybody's got their own cadence and their own talent, but taking risks is how we make real things happen. The quantum leaps. If we don't take risks, our competitors might, and then we are in trouble. Everything is great until the health of a family is involved. Misery loves company. If you have poison in your body, get the poison out. It's easy to sell negativity and be cynical. It's easy to poke fun at positivity. It's rare to find. People dwell, and dwelling is the wrong strategy. Everyone has strengths and weaknesses. When the organization changes, we grow and more is expected of us. Meritocracy matters. If we don't do that, then the bigger players lose. Everything is my fault. If I don't like it, I can change it. Adjust. We are not historically contextualized. I don't know how to complain. Someone always has it worse. Whoever is in last place can talk, so shut up. The end goal is to be on the journey. I cannot settle for the same old everyday experience. What do I need to do to give me a chance at what I need to do for others and myself in life? Whatever I had growing up around my family will also give me more inspiration as to what I should be doing in life. Don't cover it up. Don't judge, and don't care if you are judged. 95% of people will ignore this information. Mindset and tactics have an execution other than ideas to have the audacity to stand up on stage and expect people to spend their time and money to listen to what you have to say. Too many of us are in the excuse business. However, the world market doesn't care. Optimism, gratitude, and mindset will get you far. You'll either be on the offense or the defense, learn losing, and learn to learn from it. Get pumped about losing money so we can learn from it. That's what Gary V says. The internet is grossly underestimated, and we live in the best era for entrepreneurship because it becomes the best experience and feeling to give everybody anything and everything and to expect nothing in return. By taking full responsibility, if one's foundation isn't right, then we have no chance at long-term success. Earth doesn't care about the less fortunate. Adjust to the reality of this situation. Life is lived through a cell phone right now. Whatever I need in life, first I need someone's attention, then I need to write about it. Whether it's written, word, audio, or video, I need something to happen. I need to figure out where the people are to tell them about that thing. And I need to communicate to them in a compelling enough way that they do the thing that you want them to do. There was the television, newspaper, and the radio. Now it's a vlog, a blog, or podcast. It's the same thing. Nothing changes except my attention is leaving an old place and moving to a new place. We have not figured out the creative strategies to be successful in this world. Also, there's a lot of people who aren't self-aware and don't realize that they should be writing and not making videos because they are not good at it, or reverse. Become self-aware and quadruple down on what I'm most good at and try to get resources at what they suck at. Figure out how we communicate to the world as an executor. Understand humility. It will allow you to be successful. When you believe something new is emerging, take the perceived risk of going in first. Then spend countless hours with no clear return or investment. Yes, the fact that you don't have the humility to try new stuff because your time is so valuable. Yet in parallel, you have the audacity to live a life where you don't work for anybody and we make our own decisions is shocking. I've asked for the loneliness of living the life of an entrepreneur. Get your mindset on accountability, empathy, gratitude, humility, and spend your time in complete and obsessively around what you need to do. Then you will surely win. Try to see the patterns and focus on what gets your mind right in the first place so you can put in the time and efforts based on your ambitions in becoming humble and a practitioner of where the intention of the consumer is going. Now we're getting into some business stuff. And when we have the moment of life, we do it right now. You will win. Have the humility to understand what needs to be done to win. Watch what people are doing, not what they are saying. Execute on what we say we are going to do. The creative mind is the variable. If whatever I'm selling sucks, nobody will buy. Of course, see what's working and pour money into it. Spend less money on the ads up front. If you want to be successful, you have to be the practitioner. Make it contextual. Context is the secret behind the context allowing me to be successful in this new environment. Colors are also important. Even though I'm the same person that I am online, the psychology is different. The way I tag and how we refer to our friends is a bit different. Social media is the current slang term for the state of the internet. Chase people's attention. Audio is becoming more valuable, like podcast is an enormous amount of the community. Show the smart things you're doing and remind others that it still takes a lot of work. Voice is always next. How will your business or voice interact with the voice in the next 5 to 10 years? But don't spend time and energy worrying about the future. Focus on what's, happening right now. A name doesn't matter or a logo. What I do to make a name matters. It's all about execution. It's about marketing and branding from this point on. Just pick up one and go. When you know you're good in both your heart and skill, then you won't become afraid of the camera. Spend a lot of time with older people because they have that framework of life. People can be confused. Intent is incredibly important in life, and To my success, the only way to move forward is to reconcile with the past, test and learn, test and learn. The dynamics don't change from advertising from Facebook to Instagram or print to digital media. When you do something good, it doesn't come at an expense. Give away the best advice that you have for as long as you have, forever, for free. When we see the clouds, but we need to appreciate the dirt. Eat the shit to build a framework and do what you want to do later. What do you want to accomplish on your deathbed? What do you want to have accomplished on your deathbed? Practice with everything being your fault. We have no choice but to take the losses we have. Currency is part of the equation. However, we continue to monetize what you're doing. Become super successful, have a moral compass, and worry about your legacy. Doing something that doesn't ring true in my whole being and soul, or doing something based off of what your hero does, is never going to work. Enjoy the short-term pain. Do right by people and be thoughtful. Figure out who you are and figure out what you want from the world. Don't fret. Don't oversell yourself. Talk more about the process that you're doing through with the world than to focus on the advice. Be patient. When you start saying fuck it, then you start, betting on your strengths. When you start doing for you, then the world starts coming to you. Just be yourself. Talk about the journey of trying to find your voice and learn how to synthesize it properly. There will be a level of cynicism from grown folks about what do you know, and that's fair, but I know myself and I know my intuitions. The market will give me plenty of money. You just have to give somebody what they want against it. Finding money is not a problem. It's, how you're looking at the world. There's AngelList and Kickstarter, for example. Tell people what they're paying for. What's the container that they're putting their money in? What's the vessel? What am I investing in? Put my vessel in a container that people can invest in. Package it, because nobody gives $1 million to just anybody. And be able to explain it in business terms, which isn't what everyone does. You don't have to be fancy. Just document versus create. People need to make and start doing. Do what feels right to you. If you want to be well known and respected, just show up. If you can't create, then distribute. There's no excuses for talking to the world. It just doesn't have to be mine all the time. Work on me before I worry about them. Get my shit together and have to be in the right place. Interview people so you don't have to do the work. Ideas are shit. Execution is the game. Think bigger and develop self-awareness. Having people actually care about you. It's all about depth versus width. When people care about you, then you win. Find your medium. Because not everything is good for you. Whatever you use to get in front of and just to eat is what you should use to find your voice. Hollywood needs to come to you. Make the world come to you. Know what you're going to do to win. Don't force a romantic narrative in your mind. Don't sell things that you don't believe in. Learn how to get the most out of yourself, especially if you work hard enough. Use your money to hire people. Develop a real and true story. Truth triumphs over everything. You have more time than you think, so be patient. Don't make stuff up and stay in my lane. Put it all on the field. Finding your passion in an academic setting is an ideal situation for those who don't know or are unsure of what they genuinely want to do in life. However, we live in a world today where people still go to college so they don't upset their parents, because the parents want this enormous pride that comes with sending their child off to college just to say their child went to college. When finding your passion, if it's something that you really need to do but you suck at, then explore alternatives closely related to that field. For example, if you want to be a painter, you could go to school for graphic design and try that out. If college is not approached correctly, it can be a total waste of time and money, and there is no guarantee of success outside of graduating college. There is no defined path to success. What does the market want to do versus what you want to do? Find like-minded people with the similar risks that you're taking. Focus is everything. I could do one thing very well or 10 things poorly. Learn how to say no to the distractions. Learn how to shed everything out and make yourself happy. Learn how to say no, but not too much that you close yourself out. Maximize the time you have in a day. Learn how to audit people in your life. Speak on emotional issues. Have the self-awareness to then reverse engineer and put yourself in a position to succeed. If you're a painter, you can't be a salesman too. There's a problem with that. Find out who you are and what you excel at. Don't apologize for that and become even greater than what you're naturally great at. If it helps, first work with things that you don't like about yourself. Those who started ahead of you and are just catching up. You need enormous content that brings awareness to what work you're doing. Tell people that you're the leader that brings awareness to what to do. According to Gary V, the definition of a true entrepreneur is loving the grind. Whoever capitalizes and spends their money smartly in the right place will win, mostly whatever is popular at the time. Emotional decisions in business are the worst thing to do. Figure out yourself. Figure out your position that you want to be in. The internet is grossly underestimated. We live in a wonderful time to make something out of yourself. Don't just ride the wave of whatever is hot right now. Develop self-awareness because there are too many startup businesses that are failing immediately because of it. Be practical, buy low, sell high. For example, buy free shit on Craigslist and sell it on eBay. Take a step back and build a foundation instead of jumping from trend to trend right now. When you love the game so much, you will live either way. You win, you lose, you laugh about it and keep doing it anyway. Shit adds up. Over time, the little things we sell and save make it happen. We all have so much time, but we forget to be patient. There's a difference between raising money and making money. We confuse the lines between being an entrepreneur and a successful entrepreneur. Go where the eyeballs are. Keep in mind the psychology and the incentives. When you give the truth, we become vulnerable. The internet is just the internet. It really doesn't care. So at this point, just take advantage. If you have a pulse and you know you have a story to tell, that's winning. Don't boil in the ocean. Instead, go narrow and zero in on what you want to focus on. Then go deep. Go social and voice first. If you're so great at your craft, then the new positives will uplift you. Life is a net gain. Norms change. Urban culture is an American culture right now. Own your shortcomings and own your strengths to see things manifest for themselves.